Some Nigerians have called on a popular social media user and former presidential spokesperson on new media, Reno Omokri, to patronize Hero Beer as a way to prove his sincerity in his campaign of buy made in Nigeria products to grow the Naira. The Nigerians expressed themselves in one of the social media posts in recent days where Reno Omokri condemned and undervalued the action of former Anambra State Governor and the recent concluded presidential election candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, for investing over $30 million on brewery without building a new school throughout his tenure as the then Anambra State Governor. Peter Obi, in a press conference during the week, said he only improved on existing schools and it was not on his manifesto to build new schools. Reno Omokri in his campaign failed to state any community in Anambra State that needed new schools to be built or any community in Anambra that the school children in such community traveled long distance before they can access government primary or secondary schools. In one of the social media posts made by Reno Omokri during the week, out of the 6,600 persons that commented on the post via his verified Facebook page in which he used Hero Beer logo as photograph, a careful analysis of the comment section shows that almost no one supported the opinion of Reno Omokri. Almost everyone in the comment section as at Friday afternoon while filing in this report kicked against the perception of Reno Omokri. Described his opinion as a mere act of blackmail made probably as a result of personal issue with Peter Obi. Some of the Nigerians' comments are presented below. But before, a quick look at some of the statements made via social media posts in recent days against Peter Obi. Reno Omokri, stop taking advice from a madman at Upper Iweka, so you don't build breweries instead of schools. Peter, you did not build even a single school, but you built a $50 million brewery. Was the brewery in your manifesto? Now that Peter Obi himself on video today admitted that he did not initiate, start, complete or commission any school during his 8 years as Anambra governor because it was not in his manifesto, I hope all those who accuse me of lying can now apologize and accept the truth. Whereas he built a $50 million brewery, Obi did not construct any nursery, primary, secondary school, university, polytechnic, technical college or vocational academy. Nigeria needs leaders whose focus is education and not intoxication. We need a hero who wants the youth of Nigeria to concentrate on learning rather than drinking. If I were a governor of a state like Anambra, with a solid manufacturing base in Nnewi and a strong commercial center in Onitsha, I would not use $30 million of state funds to build a brewery. Instead, I will use that money to improve the productivity of Anambra and increase internally generated revenue by building an independent power project to provide uninterrupted power supply to Nnewi and Onitsha, rather than use it to promote drunkenness by establishing a beer brewery that eventually was loss-making. Please text check me, Tinubu and Fashola initiated, started, completed and commissioned multiple independent power projects in Lagos State, including the Alausa Independent Power Plant, 10.4 megawatts, the Akute Independent Power Plant, 12.55 megawatts, the Lagos Island 1 and 2 Independent Power Plant, 10 megawatts, the Mainland Independent Power Plant, at 0.8 megawatts, the Lekki Peninsula Integrated Power Project, 6 megawatts, and the Island IPP located in Marina, 10 megawatts. These projects individually cost less than the $30 million wasted by Peter Obi on the beer brewery. Even the incumbent governor, Jide Sanwo-Olu, commissioned an IPP, the Ikoyi Independent Power Project. You can imagine how much better the Innocent plant would have been in Nnewi with an IPP. My challenge to Peter Obi and his obedience is this: name one independent power project initiated, started, completed, and commissioned by Peter Obi in his 8-year tenure as Anambra governor, which saw him receive over $1 billion federal allocation from the federal government. Because I know the capacity of Peter Obi and his obedience for propaganda and gaslighting, an independent power project is not a substation or transformer donated by the state government to PHCN. An independent power plant is a power station owned by the state government and is not part of the national integrated power project of the federal government. Since Friday, April 19, 2024, when I gave the challenge to Peter Obi and his obedience to name just one school initiated, started, completed and commissioned by Peter Obi in his 8 years as Anambra governor, and collect a $10,000 cash prize in Naira equivalent, obedience have been publishing vast numbers of photos, videos and other alleged documentary evidence of schools that Obi built. Until finally, Obi himself admitted yesterday that he did not build any school. Now, ask yourself this question: what else have obedience been lying to you about with their so-called photographic, video and documentary evidence? How many things have they used the slogan, "Go and verify," to deceive you with? Do not forget who you are dealing with here. Obedience are experts in the management and marketing of propaganda. When they gaslight, they speak their own native language. It is not for nothing that Professor Wole Soyinka called them Baju. Yesterday, in responding to me, Peter Obi told another Lamba when he claimed that schools were not on strike under his administration. Please fact-check me. Under Peter Obi, Anambra schools were on strike for 7 months because Peter Obi refused to pay Anambra teachers minimum wage. This is the same then governor, who had $30 million to invest in a $50 million beer brewery. But he could not find $3 million to pay teachers minimum wage. And when they protested, he threatened to sack them. He also threatened to sack all known indigenes. This is the man now criticizing Tinubu for not increasing workers' pay and instead increasing their suffering. Not only did he not build schools throughout his 8-year tenure, he also threatened to fire teachers employed by his predecessors. The issue is that because Peter Obi failed to build any new schools in Anambra, throughout his 8-year tenure, despite a population explosion in Anambra residents were flocking to other states, mainly Lagos, to enjoy free education under Tinubu and Fashola. Anambra has the fastest growing natural population in southern Nigeria. Only Lagos has a faster growing population, but Lagos's population growth is not natural. It is caused by migration. Please fact-check me. The 1991 census put Anambra's population at 2,796,475. By the 2006 census, Anambra's population had almost doubled to 4,177,828. It is the height of irresponsibility for a governor of the southern state with the highest population growth not to build even one nursery school, talk more of primary, secondary and university, in 8 years. Reactions: Trace you around Monday, be a patriotic Nigerian, drink hero beer instead of Azul. Drink hero to grow the Naira. Chioma Opara, thanks for your continuous support, campaign publicity and advertisement of Peter Obi and his products. Effiong Joseph, I know you've always been a strong advocate of anything African, Nigerian. Good to see you promote yet another fine product of Nigeria by a Nigerian. You are a true patriot, sir. Agep Ebube, thank you for your constant support and free publicity. Skillful Tino, when Peter Obi is at your edge, he is the governor of Anambra State and you're a table shaker. Shoots NW Ori replying to Skillful Tino. Table shaker in a social media for that matter, he is not even shaking the table in real life. Bogoche, is better to build breweries and create a job for the unemployed who graduated from school without getting any job than to be in an exile only to be on social media ranting like a madman like Reno Omokri. Polite Amara Bright replying to Ogochi, he has no idea how much an average brewery staff earns in Nigeria. After political criminals and oil worker, the second highest paid is brewery. Next Tila Comedy, your hatred for Igbos and Obi is top notch. Is Obi the problem of Nigeria? Tell me one industry that the governors in your state have built. The only man that gave you mouth in government is from the southern part of Nigeria, and how did you utilize that opportunity to empower your own people? Your brother Bubu sent you into exile for at good years. Obi is massively loved by his statesmen and women and the country at large. Show me a man that has been loved by Nigerians of all ethnic groups like that of Obi. All of you politicians like seeing Nigerians suffer like we are suffering now. Only senseless people will clap for you and hail you and go back to continue suffering. Hero is one of the best Nigerian brands. Your Grow Nigerian campaign is full of hatred for the Igbo extraction. Always remember we are blessed by God. Yamonde, not until you show me one company you build in your state to employ people to work and earn a living. It is not all about social media noise making Mr. Reno. Your house is on fire and many of your villagers have nothing to work or eat. Mr. Reno, there is sand in your eyes. Remove it first before you can see what is in your friend's home. John Esenyingwa, Hero beer is our own. If I don't have Hero in my refrigerator, then it is as if there's no beer in the house. The economic benefits of Hero beer in the East cannot be overemphasized. If you don't know this, it means you urgently need to listen to a madman.
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.